You don't need to be an artist. You don't need the right supplies. You don't even need to know what you're doing. You just need to start, because creativity, real creativity, isn't about results. It's about presence and play. Welcome to Clay Play, Finding Your Flow, where we talk about how simple creative acts can help you focus, reset, and enjoy your life again. If you'd like to go deeper, I'll be quoting from two beautiful books, Artful Journey of Pottery and Pottery Florilege, and you'll find the links to both in the description below. So let's begin. Part 1. What is flow, really? It's not a mystery. It's not a gift for the lucky few. And it doesn't come with applause. Flow is quiet. Flow is ordinary. But when it arrives, it feels like coming home. You lose track of time, not because you're distracted, but because you're finally present. You're not pushing, you're not proving, you're just here. Flow is presence. In pottery, flow happens when the clay becomes familiar, when your hands stop questioning what to do next, and your body simply remembers the rhythm. It's a conversation between muscle and material, as it says in Chapter 4 of Artful Journey of Pottery. The pot doesn't ask for attention. It receives it quietly. That's when it takes shape. Flow doesn't demand anything from you. It meets you when you slow down enough to notice what's already there. It's not about being creative. You don't need to be a potter, a painter, or a poet to enter flow. Flow is for the one kneading dough, the one walking in silence, the one coloring a page, the one writing a sentence, not for the world, but for themselves. It's not about skill. It's not about talent. It's about attention. Attention is the doorway. Flow is what greets you on the other side. Not a race, not a performance, and you don't even notice when it starts. You just wake up somewhere in the middle of it, feeling aligned, almost peaceful. Think of Pottery Florilege, the coloring book. No one grades the page, no one watches. You pick a color, fill a shape, and suddenly, you're not thinking about what comes next. You're in it. That's flow. Quiet joy. Slow focus. The act of being, not becoming. So, what is flow, really? It's your mind, your hands, and your breath doing something they love without the noise. It's being inside the moment instead of chasing what's outside it. And the beautiful thing is, you already know how to get there. Part 2. The science of doing with your hands. In a world that lives in the mind, our hands are quietly asking to be remembered. We scroll, we type, we text, but rarely do we touch, shape, or hold something real. Something that fights back, something with weight, something that brings us back to our bodies. Here's what science is beginning to show us. When we use our hands with purpose, when we knead, shape, draw, plant, paint, something powerful happens in the brain. Our stress levels drop, our heart rate calms, our mind stops spinning. We move from chaos to clarity, from overthinking to simply being. That's not magic. That's biology. Our hands are deeply wired to our nervous system. Using them in rhythm, in flow, helps recenter the whole body. That's why potters often describe the wheel as therapy. There's no room for performance, just clay, motion, and breath. The hands know what to do long before the brain catches up. And you don't need to be a potter to feel this. You can stir something in a bowl, stitch fabric, shape dough, fold paper, or simply color a page, like in Pottery Florilege, the coloring book. You don't have to create something brilliant. You don't have to be an artist. You just choose a color. You fill a space, you stay with it, and suddenly you're not rushing. You're not judging, you're present, focused, alive to the texture of now. That's the science of doing with your hands. But more than that, it's the soul of it. The deep remembering that you don't always have to solve, produce, or impress. You can just create. You can just be here. Your hands aren't waiting for permission. They're waiting for you to slow down, to pick something up, to feel something real. So, what might happen if you let your hands lead for a while? Not your schedule, not your screen, not your inner critic, just your hands, in the mud, in the color, in the rhythm. That's where your flow lives. Quick check-in. If this is resonating with you, don't forget to like this video, drop a comment, and subscribe. Let's continue. Part 3. Ugly art is good art. Somewhere along the way, we were taught to fear the mess, to clean as we go, to make it pretty, to make it perfect. But perfection is a terrible teacher, and beauty is often born in chaos. If you're always trying to make good art, you'll never make honest art, because the truth is, the first things we make are rarely polished or elegant, or even symmetrical. They're raw, awkward, too big, too small, cracked, slouched, lopsided, human. And that's exactly what makes them valuable. In pottery, every artist has a shelf of misfits pots that didn't turn out, mugs that collapsed, bowls that broke, and yet no one throws that shelf away, because it tells the story of becoming. It reminds you that trying is more important than impressing. As Chapter 6 of Artful Journey of Pottery says, there is no shame in the misshapen, only silence in what was never made. We're not here to win, we're here to discover. And discovery is messy, it's playful, it's brave. Ugly art is good art because it means you showed up. You moved past fear. You picked up the brush, the pen, the clay, even when you didn't know what would come out. And maybe that's the truest kind of beauty. Something that came from a real place, not the curated, polished version of you, but the tender, imperfect, curious one, the one who still wants to try, the one who dares to play. Think of a child making something. They don't ask, is it good enough? They just make. They mix purple with green, scribble outside the lines, and smile because it's theirs. What if we let ourselves do the same? What if your next ugly piece was your most honest yet? This is your invitation to drop the pressure, to stop performing, to start creating for the joy of the process, for the rhythm of your hands, for the love of play. Ugly art is good art, because it means you're alive in the making, and that is beautiful. Part 4. Flow as daily maintenance. We often wait until something is broken to take care of it. The body, the mind, the spirit. We wait until we're tired or overwhelmed or completely burned out before we pause. But what if we didn't wait? What if flow wasn't something we stumbled into by accident, but something we returned to on purpose every single day? Not in a dramatic way, not in a retreat or a breakthrough, but in small, steady rituals. 10 minutes, 1 page, a single moment of presence. That's what daily maintenance looks like. Not a grand gesture, but a simple commitment to stay connected, to keep the inner gears moving, to stay soft in a hard world. Flow isn't just a luxury, it's how we hold ourselves together. Not so we can be more productive, but so we can be more human. The beauty of it is that flow doesn't require much. Just attention, just intention. Even something as small as a coloring book, like Pottery Florilege, can be a doorway. You sit, you breathe, you pick a color and fill a shape. There's no prize at the end, but the act of doing with care, with calm, with curiosity is what nourishes you. That's daily maintenance, a pause to return to yourself. Because creativity isn't just for artists, and healing isn't just for emergencies. You can choose flow every day, in a sketch, in a walk, in the slow peeling of a clementine, in the movement of your hands over something real. It's not about making something perfect. It's about making something at all. Not to fix yourself, but to stay connected to the parts of you that are already whole. So the next time the day feels noisy, or your spirit feels brittle, come back, not in a rush, not in a panic, but in a small act of care. Pick up the clay, open the page, choose the color. Flow is there, waiting, like a friend you trust, a rhythm you know, a breath you forgot you needed. And every time you return, it gets easier to find. If this video gave you a little clarity or comfort, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And tell me in the comments, what helps you find your flow? You'll also find the links to both Artful Journey of Pottery and Pottery Florilege down in the description if you want to explore more. In the next video, we will learn how pottery helps us manage stress and find serenity. Until next time, stay present, stay playful, and don't forget, your peace might just be hiding in the mess of something handmade.